Supreme Court saves Venezuelans from deportation, Trump proposes building a huge catapult instead. In a move that shocked absolutely no one paying attention to the legal ping-pong match that is U.S. immigration policy, the Supreme Court on April 20, 2025, slammed the brakes on the Trump administration's plan to deport Venezuelan migrants faster than you can say build the wall. Citing a dusty wartime law that sounds like it was written by a general with a quill pen, the court issued a temporary injunction, effectively telling the White House, "Not so fast, amigos." The decision sent shockwaves through Mar-a-Lago, where President Trump, reportedly mid-tan, convened an emergency meeting with his top advisors, Jared Kushner, a gold-plated AI chatbot, and a bucket of KFC. Sources close to the administration say Trump, undeterred by the court's ruling, unveiled his bold new plan, a huge, tremendous medieval-style catapult to launch migrants directly back to Caracas. It's cost-effective, folks, and it's gonna be beautiful. We're talking trebuchet-level technology. The best, Trump allegedly boasted, gesturing wildly at a napkin sketch of a giant slingshot labeled migrant apult. Legal scholars, meanwhile, are scratching their heads, wondering if the Supreme Court's ruling is less about humanitarianism and more about flexing constitutional muscle. "This is a classic showdown," said Professor Harold P. Wigglebottom of Yale, sipping a latte. "The court's saying, 'We're still here, Donald.' But a catapult? That's a new one." The wartime law in question, which sounds like it was designed to ration spam during World War II, apparently gives the government broad powers but not that broad. The justices, in a rare moment of unity, agreed that deporting thousands without due process might be a tad unconstitutional, even for 2025 standards. On the ground, Venezuelan migrants celebrated the reprieve, though many remain skeptical. "I'm grateful, but I'm not unpacking my bags," said Maria Gonzalez, a Caracas native now living in Miami. Last week, ICE was handing out flyers for free cruises that turned out to be one-way trips to detention centers. Protesters, still hoarse from the hands-off rallies, took to the streets again, waving signs reading "No catapults, no kings." And deport the trebuchet. The White House, never one to let a judicial setback ruin a news cycle, doubled down. Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany 2.0, now an animatronic spokesperson, issued a statement: "President Trump respects the rule of law, but he also respects physics. The migrant apult is a game changer. Venezuela's gonna love their people coming back at 200 miles an hour." When pressed on whether the plan violated international human rights treaties, McEnany 2.0 short-circuited, repeating, "America first. America first." Until AIDS unplugged her. As the nation braces for the next chapter in this constitutional circus, one thing's clear: the Supreme Court may have stopped the deportations, but Trump's already dreaming up a workaround that's equal parts medieval and MAGA. Stay tuned for the inevitable GoFundMe campaign to crowdfund Catapult 1, complete with a gold-plated launch arm and a cameo from Elon Musk, who's reportedly offered to livestream the first fling from his Mars colony.